Hello. Okay, so we're going to take a look at Business Source Premier. It follows very much the same kind of pattern as you've seen with the other databases. There's a couple of other bells and whistles, and something I like about it that you can uh, do a couple of other searches that are more difficult than others. So let's try it. So click on Business Source Premier within the A to Z database. So it sends you over here. And then, as always, we're going to do an advanced search. We're going to put in there, and I'm just going to use the same term. I could have used social responsibility, but I'm not going to. It actually comes as a delineating subject a little bit later on, but we're going to use that, and we're going to use it in subject terms so that we know that the subject of the article has something to do with ethics, ethical, etc. Now let's go down to the limitations here. So you could do also search within the full text of the articles, but I really don't want to do that because that actually opens things up so that, if they talked about work ethic or just barely mention the word ethic, ethical, ethics, whatever, um, that that article would come up. And I don't want that. I really want it to be that one of the subjects is something about ethics. I do want to choose full text and scholarly peer-reviewed journals because we are doing research. I can change the date part to January of 2015, so no articles before that, and it'll come all the way up. Since I'm leaving this blank, it'll come all the way up to the present day for that. I do want it to be an academic journal as opposed to a periodical, trade publication, newspaper, book, industry profile, or country report. I do want it to be an article as opposed to bibliography, biography, book entry, blah, 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 blah. So I want it to be an article in an academic journal starting January 2015 or later, scholarly peer-reviewed, full text with a subject that's got ethic into it. And then I could click on PDF full text, but that would limit me. And while that's generally not bad, sometimes it's just the HTML version that is published, and you can print the HTML web version of it because not all of them come in PDF. So I'm going to leave that unchecked. Um, that's something that could be checked later if you needed to. So we do the search, and you'll notice we get almost, well, over 5,300 different articles. So are there other ways to limit this out? Yeah, there definitely is. You'll notice right across here are all the limiters and expanders that we have up to this point. So it has in there that's scholarly, that's full text, published after January 1st, 2015, academic journal type article. If I wanted to even narrow that more, I could do that by making maybe the last 2 years, or maybe, not include 2020. I don't need to do that right now. That's perfectly fine. All of these are academic journals, maybe some more so than others, but all of them are academic journals. In the subject area, you'll notice this is where I was able to pick it up. So you've got ethics, values, as in ethics, moral, ethical aspects, medical ethics, code of ethics. If there's one of these that's more of interest to you than others, then by clicking it and not any of the others, you would limit it down. So you could choose one of these subjects more than one of the others if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. I'm not going to at the moment because I'm just trying to show you how to use this. So we'll kill that part of it. If you had a specific publication that you wanted to use, like you always like the Journal of Business Ethics or Business Ethics Quarterly, whatever, that's fine. Publishers, not really that important. It's just who it is that publishes those journals out there. If you're looking for a company of some sort, you should actually put that up here as one of the company entity, or if you have their ticker symbol, click ticker symbol and put that as one of your search terms up there. We're not looking for a specific company. Since we have 5358 as a number of articles, if you go down into language, you only drop about 100 and some articles by clicking on English, so that's not important. And I can read what they have up here. If I want to limit it to a specific geographic area, I can do so. And again, if I want to limit to a specific industry, I could do that, but I would do that much more effectively by going up here, because I could use NAICS code right here and put in, you know, that if I wanted to. I'm just not going to. Now, I want you to see there's HTML full text versus PDF full text. Sometimes you get only the HTML full text, and if you do, this is what it looks like. If it has the PDF full text with it, you can always click here and it will take you to that. If it's easier for you to read like this, where you can increase the size of the text, and for some people that's important, then go for it. That's up to you. But you can read through here pretty quickly and see, is this something that really is of interest to me or not? Versus clicking on the full text part of it, which takes a second. And this is how it was actually published in the journal, the American Marketing Association. That's what it would have looked like on the printed page. Now, one other interesting thing here is if you haven't done this, you can actually click on the charts to see what the charts look like in case you're looking for something and you want to, here's a model. What is this model? Well, this is the model that they're exploring here. So you can actually pull that down. And if you were writing a paper, please not for any of the little article reviews you do for me, but if you were writing a paper and you wanted to be able to cite their chart, their model, or their results, you could do that. How do I cite this image? And there you go. This is their article. So that is one way that you could do this. And then you could also copy the image. As long as you give the proper citations, etc., you can do that and place that in there. Now, if it is a copyrighted article, you will need to ask for permission to be able to use that within anything that you would be publishing. So most publishers would not allow you to use this because they would then have to pay royalties to the Journal of Marketing Research out of it, and most of them don't want to do that. But if you're using it for a paper for class, as long as you properly cite it, rather than you trying to draw this out, it is acceptable for you to be able to put it in. Typically, you would put this in as, say, a figure in your appendix rather than taking up space within the text. So you go through there and just start making your choices. What looks like a good article to you? Have fun, folks. Thanks.